Hi, welcome to Get a Clue, Casual Gamer, where we get a clue, C-L-U-E, about a game. Today you'll notice my background is a little different because I am at a conference for work and I really need to get some videos done, and I just came from a game store, and so I thought I'd share with you some of the games that I just purchased here in town while I'm away from home in a city that actually has game stores. Go figure. So today we're going to look at the game Hats. It's not a brand new game, which actually is one of the reasons why I bought it, because I've seen it, it's been on my radar for a while. It came out, I believe, in 2019, so it's about 4 years ago. But I love the Alice in Wonderland theme concept, and I wanted to add it to my Alice in Wonderland themed games. I'll have to do a video about all of them at one point, but for now we're going to get a clue about hats. And it's making a little noise because it's one of those that opens up like this, so I can't just show you the top, and there's stuff inside of it still. So let's get a clue, starting with C for components. What are you going to find inside of this box? Well, if you open it up, of course you're going to find the rule book. Oh, goody, I've got hiccups. This is going to be fun. Besides the rule book, you're going to find a chipboard scoring napkin. If I take a pause, it's because I really have the hiccups. Anyway, you can see, it's a beautiful napkin used to score. And to use that, you got one of these lovely markers. Okay. Also, you'll have the tea table board, which is this. this. If you have 2 players, you only fill 1 through 5. If you have 3 or 4 players, it's 1 to 6. Okay. Oh, this is fun. There's also 42 hat cards of 7 different colors. Oh, there you go. They're numbered 1 through 6. Also, the famous cookie. Yeah, this is actually part of the game. So anyway, that's it. Those are the components inside this box. L for length of play. Manufacturer says 20 minutes, which automatically for me says 30 minutes. I don't know about you, but games always seem to take a little bit longer than the manufacturer says. The publishers are very, optimistic. But anyway, so think about 30 minutes. So it's a very quick game. It's not a complicated game. It's a quick game, and it's mostly a card game. So, length of play, around 30 minutes. U for uniqueness. Well, again, I mentioned the Alice in Wonderland theme, and I actually, even though I'm out of town for a work conference, I brought 14 games with me. I did only bring like card games, so there'd be smaller boxes, which actually made it fun trying to create a pyramid of boxes to balance this for recording purposes here. In fact, the bottom box is one that I just bought at the store down the street. Got to do a commercial for that store, and I'll probably mention it in another video as well. Tabletop hobbies and games in Nashville, Tennessee. It's in the southern part of the city, and I went there this afternoon, and I didn't know what I was going to, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't, I just pulled up board game places in Nashville. I happened to be eating close by with a group from work. So when we broke up, I had my own car. So I drove down to Tabletop and walked in, and a very nice young man named Jay was working, and I was just mentioning I'm from out of town, and I'm just here to check out the store, see what kind of games you have. I'm a hobby gamer, and he looks at me, he goes, "Have we met? You look familiar." And I'm here like, okay, no, I was thinking maybe from this channel, as few people as I have watching this, maybe somehow he saw it. And he goes, "Have you ever been to any gaming events?" And he was thinking of gaming events, in the area. And I went, "The only one I've gone to is Dice Tower." And he goes, "Retreat?" And I'm like, "Yes," because I've just come back, a couple of weeks ago from the Dice Tower retreat. And he had been at the retreat as well, and he recognized me. Except that I didn't look quite right, because if you've seen my videos from a couple weeks ago, I had purple, very, very purple hair that I colored to go to the retreat with. So he had seen me with this purple hair, and so that's why he wasn't quite sure if he recognized who I was. So I had a lovely time. We talked about games, and we looked at all the games that they have. And so if you're ever in Nashville, check out Tabletop Hobbies and Games, and ask for Jay and say Linda said hi, and thanks for all the help. I ended up buying 4 games. Yeah. Anyway, and this is one of them. Back to hats. Okay, so Uniqueness, the theme reminds me of games like Parade, which is actually one of the card games that I brought with me. It reminds me of Paint the Roses, which is another Alice in Wonderland theme. I think those are the only 2 that I actually own. But there are several Alice in Wonderland themed games. So if that's a theme that catches your interest, hats might be a nice one to just add to it. Because technically the concept is you've gone to the Mad Hatter's Tea Party, and all of these cards are different hats. And so you're trying to create the best combination of hats. Okay, so Uniqueness, it's a card game, it's a set collection game. You'll have a hand. I believe you start with 9 cards, and you're going to be playing one and taking one from some that are on the table. But you're trying to create groupings. When you play one down, the only one you can take would be one of the same type, which is the same color, or a number lower than the number you just placed. So it's kind of like, you can take any color of hat, but it has to be a number lower than the number you're playing. And the numbers go from 1 to 6. Okay, so it's a set collection game. It's a card game. It's not a complicated game, but it does only play, it plays 2 to 4. So it's a very traditional level game. 2 to 4 players, 30 minutes, cards, okay. How easy is it to learn, teach, play? How easy is it to find? How easy is it on your pocketbook? Okay, here we go. We've got the components and the setup, and then we start the gameplay and the scoring. And this is a little bit more of the scoring. There's a special little sentence for 4-player scoring, and then it's German. It's like we have English and German and Spanish and French. Okay, we've all 4. So really, this looks like this big honkin' rule book. This is it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Not a hard concept. And basically, the main concept I've already shared. You have a hand of around 9 cards, and you pick one, and you place it down to pick something else, either of the same suit, same color, or of any other color, but a number lower. That's the main thing you're doing. There are a couple other things that you can choose to do instead, but that is the main thing you'll be doing most of the time. So easy to learn, teach, play. Yeah, almost got it down already. How easy is it to find? How easy is it on your pocketbook? Okay, retail is $25. Just say that right now. Retail is $25. Let me pull up my information here. Someone on Amazon is trying to sell it for $28, which is $3 over retail. No, don't do that. I mean, really? It's not like it's hard to get. I mean, really. Both GameNerds.com and MiniatureMarket.com have it in stock for $20. So you can actually get it for $5 cheaper, by $5 below retail, $8 cheaper than Amazon. Yeah, it's not Amazon selling it. It's someone through Amazon, and they're just trying to get $28 for a game that you could get at your friendly local game store for $25, and or at Game Nerds or MiniatureMarket.com for $20. So that's how easy it is on your pocketbook. A full game, yeah, I mean, this might look like a small little thing. Actually, it reminds me a little of, what is it, Lost Cities? It has, 5 on one and 6 on the other, where you're placing stuff down and whatever. Yeah. This board reminds me of that, and it's about the same size. So, yeah, though it's not very colorful. But that's really it. Very quick to learn, very inexpensive, and it's basically cards, and you'll have to read the instructions to find out how you can end up with the cookie. And it looks like a good one, a chocolate chip cookie. One of my favorites, especially if they're homemade. That's it. That's all we have to do to talk about the game Hats. Until next time, God bless you and your family, and have fun gaming. Bye.